Okay friends, now today we discuss a length related problem from Stella school. It was a mid-year exam from year 2018. So let's begin. The town council built lampposts at equal distances along a straight road. The fourth and seventh lampposts were 1 whole 3/4 kilometers apart. So if you were to draw the lamppost like this, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, there is of course a third, second, and a first lamppost. Alright, so between the fourth and 4, 5, 6, 7, between the fourth and the seventh, the distance apart is 1 whole 3/4 kilometers. Alright, and this may go on actually, okay? So the total length between the first and the last lamppost was 14 kilometers. How many lampposts were there? So there's the last one here. Okay, a series of lampposts in between. And the key thing to understand is that between each lamppost, we have an equal distance. So what does this mean? In one gap, what is the distance? Okay, so 3 gaps. Okay, between the fourth and the seventh is the 3 gaps. We are covering a distance of 1 whole 3/4 kilometers. We can then find one gap. 1 whole 3/4 divide by 3. So this is a problem sums. You can use a calculator. 7/12 kilometers. Alright, so between the first and the last, the distance is 14 kilometers. So how many gaps are there? So number of gaps, let's find out. This will be 14 km divided by 7/12 kilometers. (24 gaps). So does that mean there are 24 lampposts altogether? This is a trick. Okay, the last step, you must be very careful in such a question. Okay, why? Because for example, look at the drawing here, okay? Oops. Look at the drawing over here. When you have one gap, you will have 2 lampposts. When you have 2 gaps, you will have 3 lampposts. When you have 4 gaps, 1, 2, 3, 4 gaps, you will have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lampposts. So if you are covering 24 gaps, you will have 25 lampposts. Let me repeat that. The number of gaps will be 1 lesser than the number of lampposts. Alright, so if you want to find the number of lampposts, if you have 2 gaps, you take 2 plus 1, you will get 1, 2, 3 lampposts. If you have 3 gaps, 1, 2, 3 gaps, you take 3 plus 1, you will have 4 lampposts. 1, 2, 3, and 4 lampposts. Okay, so the number of lampposts is just 1 more than the number of gaps. So final step. (24 plus 1) 25 lampposts.